how should I handle a situation if I'm not in a leadership position?
That's an interesting question. We deal with that quite a bit when we work with companies and we are maybe interviewing all the employees and trying to get just a baseline of kind of where they're at and maybe even identify leaders or people for leadership positions. But the fact remains that you don't need to be in a leadership position to be a leader. And I was thinking about this question because I knew you were going to ask this to me. And so often we feel like it's positional. But folks that usually believe that to be in leadership is a position typically are not very effective leaders. So leadership is simply influence. That's really all it is. You can look at a school ground. I literally was looking at a TikTok and I thought of this question. And I see about a herd of 20 cattle stampeding towards a fence, with the rancher trying to cut them off. And the first cow hits that fence right on over or through it, and they all followed till about the third from the back stopped and turned and went the other way, and everyone, the other two just followed. And it was just a perfect example. Certainly wasn't the one leading. At that point, the fence was down. There was no reason for him to stop, but that animal made that leadership decision. But we as humans can do the same thing. And there can be times, when I think of school kids even, it might be a bullying situation, but there can take one person who is maybe not as dominant of a leader in appearance, but they choose to do the right thing and step up and stop it. And as soon as they change course of the direction of that action, other kids will follow, step up and support them, but maybe didn't have the courage to be the first person to make that change. So even in a business setting, you're doing construction or whatever type of work, somewhere in there, if you're stepping up and making decisions that can help influence others, maybe just with positivity and attitude, that will get noticed and probably get you to be promoted and things like that. But it's a great question because it's I think so often they say, well, if I had the opportunity, the fact is they have the opportunity. It might just be with attitude. And yes, there are certain things that can be out of their control, but the position is simply just a position.